Focal TV, bringing you innovation to broadcasting, news, views, comments, and analysis of issues happening in Liberia and the rest of the world. Focal TV, with check and balance, we break it as it unfolds. Focal TV, bringing you face to face with newsmakers in town. Focal TV, the best online platform in broadcasting. Focal TV, located at Topo Village, Somalia Drive, Liberia. Be the part and experience the best in online broadcasting. Keep Focal.
A pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Focal News Summary, bringing you 15 minutes of the top stories, sharp and straight to the point. I am Priscilla George, anchoring today's presentation, and here's what's making headlines right now across Liberia and around the world. President Joseph Boakai defends decision to award offshore full oil blocks to Noka. University of Liberia wins World Environment Day Inter-University Debate Competition 2025. Daughter of Nesedo accuses Grangida County Senator Sol Penu of killing former First Lady Madame Nesedo. And away from home, no survivors from Air India airliner crash, said the police commissioner has told AP. These and many more are all packaged. We'll take a short break. Up next is our news bulletin. Welcome back. President Joseph Boakai has maintained his decision to award full offshore oil blocks to the National Oil Company of Liberia. The Liberian chief executive said his recent move seeks to simplify investment procedures by bypassing lengthy legislative procedures. He argued companies hesitate due to complex legal processes, adding that the move allows NOCA to negotiate directly pending legislative ratification. NOCA has welcomed the decision. NOCA, through its administration, has also maintained that full ownership ensures maximum national returns and positions Liberia as a major player in Africa's energy sector. The University of Liberia debate team has won the 2025 World Environment Day Inter-University Debate Competition. The Environmental Protection Agency, which organized the competition, witnessed a healthy exchange of public and private universities in Liberia. The debate was part of Liberia's national celebration of World Environment Day, promoting youth dialogue on environmental action. UL was crowned champion during a grand ceremony at the Painesville City Hall recently, following a spirited parade on the Samuel Kayando Boulevard. President of UL, Prof. Dr. Lili Mapaya, praised the team for its success and performance while also urging it towards continuous improvement. The UL president said the win reflected academic excellence and resilience amid mounting challenges. Daughter of former slain Liberian president has gravely accused Grangida County Senator Zoe Penu for death of her mother, Madame Nese Doe. Mami Doe, in an interview recently, claimed Senator Penu orchestrated the death of Madame Doe. She also paid preceding the death of her mother. Senator Penu had made serious threats against the family on numerous occasions. It can be recalled Madame Nensedo died recently in Monrovia. Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn has held high-level bilateral meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of China, Wang Yi. The sideline event, which took place at the 4th China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo in Changsha City, focused on advancing strategic cooperation between the two nations. Kuhn highlighted Liberia's commitment to the One China policy and praised China's support in various sectors in the national development. He called for stronger diplomatic relations aimed at addressing Liberia's priority areas, which include the expansion of renewable energy infrastructure, increased access to Chinese markets for Liberian exports, among others. For his part, Wang Yi reaffirmed China's commitment to strengthening cooperation with Liberia across key sectors, which include infrastructure development, energy and money and trade, and investment facilitation. The Monrovia City Court will deliver its final ruling Friday in the arson case involving former Speaker Fonati Kofa and three other defendants. Defense lawyers had argued dismissing evidence as unlawfully obtained from random phones, which violates Chapter 11.10 of Liberia's Criminal Procedure Law on admissible data. Former Associate Justice Watkins Wright, representing the defense, stated that the evidence is irrelevant, asking the court to suppress it entirely and throw out the case altogether. State's prosecutor Counselor Rachel Scout countered, saying the motion named too late and that once evidence is admitted, it must be weighed by the court. Magistrate Ben Barco noted that the evidence already passed admissi- admissibility standards, citing a previous Supreme Court ruling, and confirmed the final decision will be announced Friday. If you are just joining us, welcome to Foca News Summary. I'm Priscilla George, and here's a quick look at our top stories so far. President Joseph Boakai defends decision to award offshore 4 oil blocks to Noka. University of Liberia wins World Environment Day Inter-University Debate Competition 2025. Daughter of Nesedo accuses Grangida County Senator Zoe Penu of killing former First Lady Madam Nesedo. And away from home, no survivors from Air India Atlanta crash, a city police commissioner has told AB. AP. Stay tuned as we take a short break. Up next is the continuation of our news bulletin. Welcome back. Defense lawyers have rejected social media evidence presented by state prosecutors in the case against 4 lawmakers. The lawyers jointly described the evidence as unreliable and unverifiable. During a hearing at the Monrovia City Court Wednesday, lawyers for former House Speaker Chefonati Kofa and J. Fonati Kofa, Ebu B. Kamara, Jacob DB, and Dixon Sibo criticized the use of social media content as evidence. The prosecution's key witness, Raphael Wilson, a chief police investigator, testified that the evidence was gathered from open sources, including social media. However, the witness failed to identify specific platforms the content was generated from. On the questioning, Wilson defined open source as public information. He said Kofa and Kamara acknowledged partial recordings but suggested the clips may have been altered or created using artificial intelligence. Defense lawyer Counselor Jonathan Masakwe challenged the credibility of the evidence, arguing that without specific source, the material should not be admitted. The Painesville City Corporation has signed an MOU with Gonet Africa Academy to enhance staff capacity through customized professional development and training programs. The agreement was formalized Wednesday at Painesville City Hall. Heads of the parties participating at the signing ceremony included Painesville City Mayor Robert Bestman and Gonet Africa Chief Executive Officer Muhammad Kekula. The partnership will further promote good governance, youth empowerment, and improved public service through tailored initiative and capacity building. Under the MOU, Gonet Africa will offer specialized training while PCC will nominate staff to participate in the programs. Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to innovation, institutional growth, and sustainable community development through collaborative efforts. Bapolu County Senator Amara Kone has condemned police for what he called a politically motivated plot to arrest Fonati Kofa and other four lawmakers. He described officers escorting the lawmakers to detention as a dangerous reminder of Liberia's authoritarian past, warning such actions threaten the country's fragile democratic progress and unity. In a Facebook post, Kone said the image of officers in riot gear highlighted an abuse of state power that damages public trust and legal credibility. He praised the lawmakers' clenched fists and bold slogans upon release as symbols of resilience against political intimidation and efforts to silence opposition voices in government. Kone called for constitutional reform, arguing that justice must be impartial and lawful, not manipulated by politics or used to publish dissent through selective prosecution. If you are just joining us, this is Focus News Summary, and here's what's making headlines across Liberia and around the world. President Joseph Boakai defends decision to award offshore 4 oil blocks to Nokai. University of Liberia wins World Environment Day Inter-University Debate Champion Competition 2025. Daughter of Nesido accuses Grangeda County Senator Zoe Penwell of killing First Lady Madam Nesido. And away from home, no survivors from Air India airliner crash, a city police commissioner has told AP. Stay tuned as we take a short break. Up next is the continuation of our news bulletin. Welcome back. Bapolu County Senator Amara Kone has condemned police for what he called a politically motivated plot to arrest Fonati Kofa and other four lawmakers. Nima County District Number 7 Representative Musa Beliti has called on President Joseph Boakai to audit the legislature. In an open letter, Representative Beliti described the legislature as a hub of corruption, alleging systemic theft and misuse of millions in public funds over several mischievous budget cycles. He also accused lawmakers of diverting development funds for political purposes, noting that more money has been lost to misappropriation. Representative Belity revealed that repeated motions for a legislative audit have failed, urging President Boakai to use his authority under the General Auditing Commission Act, calling it a matter of legacy and national dignity. He challenged the president to clean the system from within and restore public trust in democratic institutions. Former Montserrat County opposition senatorial candidate has accused some members of the government of targeting his family. Cheno Jalas Cheno Jallo's claim follow controversial social media post in which he fiercely criticized President Joseph Boakai. While he later clarified that his statement was misinterpreted, Jallo alleges that in retaliation, the Ministry of Public Works illegally vandalized his family's property without notice or legal justification. He condemned the accusation as an attempt to silence his vocal feedback of the government and warned that suppressing opposition through fear is a threat to Liberia's democracy. And a tragic air disaster has struck the western Indian city of Ahmedabad, where an Air India Boeing 787 Dreamliner bound for London's Gatwick Airport crashed shortly after takeoff. The aircraft went down just 5 minutes after leaving Ahmedabad Airport and was scheduled to land in the UK at 6:25 p.m. local time. Rescue workers rushed to the scene where the jet struck a residential doctor's hostel near the airport, killing more than 100 people and leaving no known survivors. Officials say 242 passengers were on board, including 53 Britons, 169 Indian nationals, 7 Portuguese, and 1 Canadian, with bodies now being transported to hospitals. The pilots, who had nearly 10,000 hours of flying experience, issued a mayday call shortly before the crash, and video suggests the plane failed to climb and remained level as it descended. For our news summary, I'm Priscilla George, and thanks for listening.